All right, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We're back for our second broadcast of today, and I was really planning on just really kind of just doing the things I needed to do behind the scenes, and then I got this video here. And so we're gonna have to figure out how to maneuver around the video. You know what we could probably do? I'll play the audio for you. And then when it comes up to the part where she gets ready to call her monkey, I'll then put the video up, because these Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives, they don't like for us vloggers to use their content. So they copyright our videos so that the video is not able to be seen. And it doesn't matter if I use 5 seconds or whatnot. So we have to just figure out how we're gonna do this, because I want you to see her face as she's calling her a monkey. Or maybe we can just listen to the audio, because at one point she turns over a table. The woman, you know what? We need to get live on every platform. Let's get live on every platform. Let's get live on every platform so that we can just get this discussed one time. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, damn it. I gotta get this video up, this picture up real quick. Damn, because on Facebook, if I don't have the picture open when I get live on there, it came up so quickly that I just had to throw this thumbnail together real quick just so that we could have something for the broadcast. It's blurry because the woman was screaming, she was turning over tables. It was a mess. And I thought that this was a larger conversation for us to have about self-love, because Black women, we are really on our own. By the way, go to my page on YouTube. There's the link to the change.org petition to cancel Funky Geneva. Because these people will become famous off the backs of Black women and then turn around and utter the most disrespectful things. Now, we know better than to call Black people monkeys. And she knows better than that too, doesn't she? But then she was laid up there with a Black man, right? And then had some of his multi-ethnic children, right? But she doesn't know better than to call a Black person a monkey. And then you see, so you know what? Listen, can you all please? No, this is not old. This is new, because she called Spice a monkey after her near-death experience. She even told her that she should have died, right? I'm going to play it for you. Just pause. Hold up. Can you all please tag Chrissy? Because I am not a specialist on colorism and the pathological thinkings and behaviors of colorists and stuff like that. So we need Chrissy to break this down. So I need you all to tag Chrissy and let Chrissy know that this is a subject that she has been requested to please break down. You know, she's living her best life and all of that. That's fine. But we need her to break down why this is happening. The only thing that I can do is speak about the self-love aspect of it. And to me, the self-love aspect of this story is gatekeeping. Because we have all types of people with penises, no melanin, very little melanin, in direct opposition to melanin, who are attempting to enter our spaces. And then when all is said and done, when they get angry, the truth comes out. So let me gear this up for you all right now. Let's see the best way that we can do this. All right, all right, here. So this is the video here, right? This is the video. So text notification squad, welcome in the building. Welcome. I'm so glad that you all are here. I'm glad everyone is here. All right. So we can do it in one of two ways, because there's two different things. I need you to hear it, and I need you to see how what happens when she turns the table over. I want you to see that, because I think it's important from a health standpoint. So let us first do the audio.
You feel like you're the first woman to be divorced. That's the problem.
Hold on. We got to get to the beginning of this. All right. Let me know if you all can hear this fine, because I need you all to be able to hear it. And then, so what I'll do is let me put the picture. I'll put the picture up on the screen. And then after we hear the audio, we'll we'll then look at the video with no sound. Hopefully that won't get the video tagged. So here, take a listen, okay?
But why did you feel the need to compare us, though? Because at the time,
any woman would have.
And why? Why would you compare?
You're friends, and he felt that way. I was his wife, and he felt nothing.
That don't have nothing to do with me. If he felt nothing for you, like, so it's just confusing.
So
like, why?
Me, if you were in my shoes, you're telling me you wouldn't feel no type of way as a woman?
What do you mean if I was in your shoes? In what way? What do you mean? Because I feel like your problem is, Erica, you feel like you're the first woman to be divorced. That's the problem.
Really?
I feel like you're acting like you're the first woman to be divorced, and you're the first woman that's left with 2 children to fend for. I've been doing it for 14 years. Welcome to the club.
Girl, I've been doing it for
nowhere.
16.
Okay?
16.
Okay, with your son that don't like you. My son loves me.
How do you know
let's talk about that. Stop always making it about you. That's what I'm talking. You said I know, right? That's what you said. Started the conversation and say I know.
Grace is officially disgrace in my book. This woman was given a second chance at life by God. And here she is choosing to use that second chance at life to come at me and my son. It just speaks volumes on who she is. Once you cross the line and speak on my kids, just know we will forever have beef.
These bitches ain't just shaking tables, they flipping them. What the?
That bitch should have died. You want to mention my kid? You should have died, bitch.
Yo, open the door. Let me out. Let me out. I'm gonna mash up in here. Let me out, bitch. Your son hates you. Your son hates you, bitch. You monkey. You blue monkey.
Eric, I cannot believe you. You just called this girl a monkey and then said she should have died. What type of is this? You have Jamaican children. Would you like if somebody called your children monkeys?
All right, so somebody is saying, no lie mention, my kids and I get real ugly. Listen, if you sitting up in black women's faces and black women's spaces becoming popular and famous off the backs of black women from the attention of black women and being a preference in the space of black women, and then the moment that you get upset, the very first thing that you do is start hurling racial epithets at black women, then you have a problem. If you want to talk about ugly, the only ugly person is you. I didn't stutter. Because if you're going to listen to this video where this woman called the black woman a monkey and then say no lies told because when you and your kid, you get ugly, then you're the one with the problem. I don't understand this. Black women, what's wrong with you? Is this acceptable? Is this acceptable? Maybe her son don't like her. And the pain of that truth is too painful for her to bear. And if the moment that you start getting ugly, you start hurling racial epithets, you don't need to be in those spaces. You don't need to be in those spaces. If you're harboring those internal feelings, you don't need to be in those spaces. And this is why I tell you all that you have to gatekeep. There will be biracial, multi-ethnic people that'll sit up here and be like, but Tonya, I'm black too. Why are you rejecting me? I feel rejected when you don't call me black. This right here. Because there is a clear divide, and these people know what the divide is. They know that they have an upper hand. As much as they want to try to dismiss it, they know. This is just the same way how Pinky Doll was the same. Pizza, ice cream, yum, yum. Her, how she light-skinned fished everyone to get to the top of the algorithm on the clock app. Because they know that there's a preference for light skin. They know that there's a preference for looser waved hair. They know. And the moment that they are pitted against you, they wield that privilege in your face. Unbelievable. I'm going to play the video for you all, but I'm going to play the video without the sound because, like I said, I don't want my video to get clocked. I'm going to see if whether we play it separately, whether or not we'll be able to do it, because I want you to see. I want you to see.
But why did you feel the need to come?
I want you to see.
Anyone would have. And
so I don't know what they're arguing about. I don't know what's going on with them behind the scenes, but let me just give you a little bit of background, right? Erica Mena is married to a man was married to a man by the name of Safaree. Safaree is the one who went viral in 2018, 2019 for having a big ding dong that leaked somehow on the internet. People saw it and he has an anaconda of a snake between his legs, right? He's a Jamaican dude who apparently prefers preferences only for the accolades that he could get publicly, because behind the scenes, he didn't treat this woman right. This woman gave birth to a baby and the baby was in the ICU, struggling for its life. And her husband at the time, Safaree, went to Jamaica. I covered the video. Search for his name, Safaree, and my name. I did a video on it. I showed him. He was in the nightclub. So his baby, so side by side, you see the video of Erica. She's in the hospital patting the little baby so the baby can get skin to skin contact, right? Here comes Safaree in the club in Jamaica. Hey, hey, in the club with bottles in his hand. Hey, that's him coming in the club doing his Jamaican dance. Hey. That was him. While his baby was clinging to life, his little preferences baby. So Spice is Jamaican. Spice had a near-death experience recently because Spice has gotten all of these surgeries and BBLs and all this stuff. I don't know what she's had done, but she must have caught some sort of infection and she was clinging to life recently, right? And she just recently went viral because when she came back and she was reborn, she talked about a new birth. And people thought that she was pregnant or having a baby, but it wasn't that. It was her life reborn. And then she had to come out and tell everybody that it's not a new baby, it's her, because she almost died, right? So maybe Safaree was concerned about Spice, his fellow countrywoman, right? But he wasn't concerned about Erica Mena and his little preference baby. He wasn't. And so maybe Erica feels a little salty about that. Mena, no. I don't know. But they were having an argument, and that is where she chose to take the argument. She had a hernia. I don't know what she had, and nobody here knows because HIPAA, and we're not her doctors, right? Here, we're going to play the video without sound, okay? So please just keep up with what it is that you remember hearing. I'll ad-lib some of it for you if you need me to, right? All right. Let me here. What I can do is, let me see what speaker this is playing.
But why did you feel the need to compare us, though?
Okay, let me take this off, and then I will hear. So she's talking about, why did you feel the need to compare us? Let's see. And she's like, why would you compare us? I was his wife and he felt nothing. And she's like, that has nothing to do with me. If he felt nothing for you, it's confusing. And she's like, you were in my shoes, you wouldn't feel no type of way? And she's like, what do you mean if I were in your shoes? And she's like, you think you're the first one to be divorced and left with kids. She's like, I've been doing it for 14 years. And she's like, I've been doing it for 16 years. And she's like, with a son that don't like you. Look at her face. She's like, how do you know my son doesn't like me? She's like, how do you know about my son? And so she turns the table over. This is what I want you to see. All right. I want you to look at Spice, right? When the table gets turned up on her, she's stumbling and she's having a hard time catching her footing. Ladies, this is why it's important to stay in tip-top physical strength and physical health. I understand she just had a near-death experience, but I'm talking to you all out there. If you know that your health is not at its optimal level, please be sure to be able to get your health under control, because you never know when you might need to be spry. You never know when you might be taken off guard. You never know when you might stumble. You never know any of these things. So I need you to make sure that you're staying fit, because yes, there are certain things that may look cute in clothes or in jeans, or maybe you want to be a big bati gal and you want to be fat up in an oversized mumpy and all of that, but that fat weighs and it's difficult to move around. So I'm saying this out of love, okay? And take it with love, because I want you to be as healthy as you can be. Let us get I forgot to put our alarm on. How long have we been on? I'm going to set this for 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes, we're going to take a movement break. Okay? Nonetheless, so let us get back into the video. But you all understand what it is that I'm saying, right? Because you see her, she's falling, she's stumbling, she's having a hard time getting up. You see she's kind of hefty, right? And listen, and that's another thing. So she did flip the table up. This is why you can't really, like, in these shows with these unstable people and these mentally unhinged people, you need to be on guard. Don't just sit up there and think that you're going to be able to get your verbal one-offs on these people. These people are picking up bottles and hitting you with it. It's a danger to be around some of these people. So you need to stay on top of making sure, like, self-love is making sure that you are protected before you start talking your junk, or don't talk your junk at all. Self-love is maybe not even talking junk, okay? Let's see. Let's continue forward. So she's stumbling, right? So now she's screaming, and she's like, you talk about my son? And this other woman is like, why did you just throw the table? So then now she's talking about, she's calling her Grace and talking about the second chance she got and how she should have died. So look, she's trying to, and so she's like, don't speak on my kids. We'll forever be on the outs, whatever. And she's upset that the table was turned over. And so now she's saying that B should have died. You want to talk about my kids? You should have died. And now Spice is like, open the door. Let me out. Let me out. And she can't get out. Like, and now she's like, your son hates you. Your son hates you. That's when she's calling her a monkey. So let me just let you all hear this part right here when she calls her a monkey, so that you all can see how she said it, because she wanted to make sure that in this room full of Black people, this is what I'm saying. The disrespect of it all. Everybody wants to be a Black woman, but nobody wants to be a Black woman. They want your looks, they want your swag, they want your words. It's crazy. I'm watching reality shows now, and all of these reality shows, all these white people are using slang, all of our colloquialisms with no flavor, male sapiens. It's unbelievable. I'm stunned. So here, look.
Yes, you monkey, you blue monkey.
Eric, I cannot believe.
So then there, that's that. You saw her say it. So then the Black woman that's there is dumbfounded. She's dumbfounded because she's like, I can't believe that just happened, right? But it happened. It happened right in front of you. And I don't know if she's near Erica, but I don't know how I could stand near a person who's calling somebody else a monkey and just stand there. So she's talking about how she got Jamaican children and you wouldn't want somebody calling them a monkey. The thing is that these men get with women that don't like Black people. These women are a manifestation of their own internal self-hate. They hate themselves, and so they find somebody who hates them too. But because this man can't love himself, he can't love her either. But he gets, listen, in his colorist ways, look, he doesn't like dark skin. He doesn't like blackness. He doesn't like this. And he's trying to erase himself. I remember some Caucasoid got into an argument with me on Facebook years ago. And this person was like, my son-in-law is black. He loves black people, this, that, and the other. And I was like, the mere fact that he's with your daughter could indicate otherwise. I'm not saying in all cases, but in far too many cases, we know that men in general are very superficial. They call it being the beauty. They put beauty first, right? But when you are living in a land where you've been colonized and conquered by another male, and his woman becomes the idyllic standard of beauty, and you're on this land, when you start interpreting what you're going to consider beautiful, you start idealizing his woman. You hear what I'm saying? Your oppressor's woman. So that's pretty much that. What are your thoughts on all of this that we've seen and heard today? I want to know, what are your thoughts on this? Because I think that this is problematic, and I think that black women need to have enough self-love to be like, listen, I understand that you have a little bit of melanin. I understand. However, I still have to gatekeep. They don't go to other people. First of all, we're disempowered. And in our disempowered state, we have people constantly chipping away at what little bits of power that we do have. So that we got whole men with DMBs. You know what I mean by DMBs. I just don't want this video to blah, blah, blah. They got DMBs hanging down low between their, right? Talking about their women. We got people with no melanin talking about they're a black woman. I've seen it far too much. They get all the privileges of the preferences and the exoticals, and then want to come into your space and take up the space that you are inhabiting. So much so that far too many of us don't even know what a black woman looks like anymore. We don't know what our hair looks like. We don't know what it should look like. Because when you go onto these sites to try to find stock photos of black women, most of the people that they're showing are multi-ethnic and biracial women. And the preferred hair. We allowed them to come into the natural hair movement and take it over, so much so women with 4C hair were not even, first of all, we got categorized at the lowest end of that damn totem pole at 4C, with one being straight hair and the lowest being the coily, kinky hair. Kinky. It's unbelievable. So what are your thoughts about all of this? I want to see your thoughts. I'm going to read these apples, and then I'm going to get out of here because I just wanted to show this video real quick, but I don't want this to be a long video. Erica Mena used to harass about his ex, Nikki. I missed it. It went by too quick. Can you copy and paste your comment and put it back up? We are replaced. We're not replaced, and we could never be replaced. We are the original. We are the original. We could never be replaced. This is why I need you all to tag Chrissy and tell Chrissy to please break this down. Please, because I don't have the knowledge, the verbiage, or the expertise to be able to break this down in a way that a person who specializes in colorism can. Okay, Erica went too far. Get them upset and you'll see their true colors. I'm happy to be nappy. Yes, I feel you on that. Come. I want to see your comments. Wow. This is, to me, just unbelievable, honestly. You know what? Cardi B, Evelyn have called us burnt roaches and monkeys. Exactly. The moment that they get up, and meanwhile, all of them are hopping up and down on black DMB. And you know what I mean by DMB. Twig and berries. You never hear black women say pig, devil, cracker, winkster, etc. I don't really hear black women resorting to those type of insults towards white people. I don't even really see black people taking first of all, black people do not try to inhabit white spaces and then try to insult white people. It just doesn't make any sense. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. It's not like she is among her white brethren and sistren and she's trying to pop off her racist jokes with them. She's in black women's spaces and faces and popping off like this. How much more? How much more? How much more? Erica's upset that she's not on that pedestal anymore. Was she ever really on a pedestal? Or was she only hyped up with wishes and dreams? Wishes, dreams, and bubblegum. And then he ran out of the wishes and dreams and she was just left there with something to chew on. Looking a hot, emaciated mess. Somebody saying she needs to be off the show. Please. Black women love mixed women. Love them. Love to pull them into our spaces. Love to hope. Look, we can't name one diva superstar singer from our generation that is dark skinned. We cannot name one. Not one. Not one. We got Cardi, Nicki. Look at the tiers of it. We got the house ends out there on the stage representing class and diva-ness with the light skin and the blonded up hair. Look, I know, right? And then we have the dark-skinned ones who are flapping their butt cheeks on the chitlin circuit, twerking face down on concrete. There goes it's time for our movement break. We're gonna get up. We're gonna move. There's going to be some QR codes on the screen. If you want me to read your comment on air when we come back, just send it through the Cash App and I'll read that when we come back. I want everybody to get up and at least do some stretching. I don't want you all to feel angst when my videos are up so that you're like, oh no, I have to move. Just do something. Even if you just put your arm over your head and be intentional about stretching. I just want you to think of self-love as you're doing it. I want you to think of, I am doing this to honor my body. I'm doing this because I love my body. You don't have to, but you get to, all right? So let's go ahead and take this quick break and we will be back in 3 and 3. right, and we are back. All right, let's read these apples real quick. What did you all do? I stretched, mainly just doing forward folds and just getting some flexibility back into my day. All right, Brianna sends $3 and says, yes, thank you for covering the blue monkey comment. Well, thank you all. I want to thank Simone. She's the one who got it directly to me, so thank you. I appreciate that. But when I saw it, I just couldn't be quiet. The fact it was aired on TV proves your point. Oh, wow. That was aired on TV? Terrible. Tonya, please watch Ultimatum 2 on Netflix. Oh, Lord. You know what we should do? We should form a group behind the scenes. We really should. We really should. People have been telling me to do a book group, and I figured in the book group, we could also watch shows like that and break them down with one another, you know, where we just take a day out of the week to just really come together, watch, read, and just have like a good community behind the scenes. If you're interested in something like that, I'd love to know. I don't know if there's an interest because there are a few people who told me to do a book club, but I don't know. So Little is saying the bad optics for Black women on that show need commentary. Oh gosh, is it that bad? Is it that bad? We have a Telegram group behind the scenes for the text notification squad, so we do meet behind the scenes. There's a few more that have come in. Sunday Sense 222 and says disco dancing and Diana Ross twirls. Love the breaks. Wait a minute, what are Diana Ross twirls? Is that the spinning around in circles? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Kaylee sends $1 and says move my arms up and forward. Up and forward. Okay, I feel that. My boot camp from yesterday got me sore. My scapula, everything is just so sore today. So I am needing these stretches. So I'm enjoying just getting a chance to just get in there and get some nice juicy stretches in. We all need stretching. All right, so I don't have much more to say about this story. I want to see your comments. So let's just go ahead and give the self-love lessons and then get out of here. Patti LaBelle I'm talking about this current generation now. Patti LaBelle is listen, we had, back in our days, we had brown skin and dark skinned women. Now we have none. All right. And Dest is saying depends on the book. No, it doesn't depend on the book. It doesn't depend on the book. It does not. It doesn't depend on the book. It depends on the community coming together of women and getting into it and being social about it and just and learning lessons and discussing and having roundtables. That's what matters. It doesn't matter whether we're watching Tom and Jerry, depending on who it is that you have breaking it down and how we're discussing it. So it doesn't matter. The book doesn't matter. So I wouldn't promote a group based on the book at all. I would promote it based on us coming together and having a women's round table behind the scenes. So Brandy is a mother of one of the people from this current generation. So somebody says sexy red, Lord have mercy. Let's go ahead and get these self-love lessons up. And Brandy was never a big diva. She never was exalted to the ranks of diva-dom. She just never was. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. What's the self-love lesson from today's video? The self-love lesson for me in this, and you know what? I'll give my self-love lesson after I've read yours because I don't want mine to affect other people's. So, come on, I want to see the self-love lesson. You all are talking about other things. The fact that you all are mentioning singers that we've never heard of it just lets you know that there is no household name mega superstar diva that is darker than a brown paper bag right now. Not one. So Aaliyah wasn't darker than a brown paper bag. Come on, stop this. All right. I see you all are not typing the self-love lesson, so I'm going to get out of here. You all are talking about singers and all of that. Maybe there's a delay. I don't know. I'll give my self-love lesson. If there's anybody who wants to give their SLL afterwards, just type it in the comments below, and we will, and people will read them after that. Type your self-love lesson. What is it that you have learned about loving yourself, deepening your self-love? The self-love lesson that I have from today's video is being firm and unapologetic with my gatekeeping on Black womanhood. And that goes from XY chromosome people as well as people who are coming in. Listen, maybe who are coming in wanting to be preferences. Oh, I see you all typing them now. Let me put them up. I embrace my melanin and love my coily hair. I am strong enough to overcome anything. Okay. Love self immensely so you become immune to, so you have to talk about yourself. Perfect. Know your peers. I love all of the natural me. I love the skin I'm in. I love all of me, the natural me. Yes, perfect. All right. My self-love lesson is about being firmly rooted and unapologetic with my gatekeeping and knowing that it's okay. Maybe if we're in a time 30 years from now in the future, we won't have to gatekeep. But for right now, we do. I was thinking about this saying during the break where they said, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And among dark-skinned people in the land of white supremacy, the mixed one is queen. And we're allowing people to be like, I'm just like you. See, same. And then once they get into the midst, then they start exalting above you, using your secrets, your keys, your ingredients in order to be able to snag and prop themselves up as, you know what? Imagine this, right? Imagine this. So the other day I was walking in this area and I happened to come across this African grocery store. It was a West African grocery store, and they were selling wares and stuff from West Africa and different things and different foods and stuff like that. And inside this store, you know, there were men, women, children, etc., right? And there was this man that came near me, right? When it was time for him to make his purchase. And I could feel like this energy, right? And I thought to myself, right? I was like, yeah, you know how men are, how they love the different and the exotic, right? And I thought to myself, what type of person would I be if I hung around a particular group of women from a particular region, creed, ethnicity, or whatnot, thinking that I was better than them, traversing amongst them, gaining their secrets and their tips and tricks, so that I could be there in the middle of all of their men throwing fanfare on me? What type of person would I be? Knowing that I'm merely exploiting, first of all, I'm exploiting this desire for newness, but to posit and position myself as if I'm better than the people that I'm hanging around? What type of person would I be? How could I really truly love myself and get down like that? It's like, yeah, I know that you are hobbled by this society. I know that you have been beat down and diminished by this society. So let me enter into your realms and posit myself as the queen while you're on your knees and I'm standing. That's not self-love right there. These women hate themselves as much. I'm telling you, I just want you to think. I just want you to think. How would that feel for you to even try to do something like that? Would you do something like that? What would it feel if you did try to do something? Would you really think that you are so much better than them? The women who know how to cook their native dishes, who know the music and the history of how they grew up, who know the customs and cultures. That you, because you're exotic and different, and because you're from a different culture or ethnicity, that you're better? What type of self-delusion would you need to be under to enter into those realms and behave that way? This is what I'm saying. This is not self-love. Erica Mena apparently entered into this relationship as an outward faction of her own internal hatred because she needed to be with a man who didn't like women who looked like him in order for her to feel special. Listen. I mean, thoughts on that? Thoughts? Go around trying to seduce and capture your men? Exactly. Glassy. The black women who agree with Mena are really catfish men of all backgrounds pretending they are women online. Exactly. Show me that you are a keeper of the womb. Show us, please. You're faking online, pretending as if you, I'm taking your comments off the screen now. Listen, Saint, you all better stop this madness right here. Anyway, on this note, I'm going to let you all go. Share the video. Get Chrissy to make a video on this and teach us, please, because I want to learn what psychopathy or whatever the hell it is that this is right here. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. Thank you so much. And I will see you all in the next broadcast. Thank you. I need to talk on a few different things. We might come back out later. We might. Listen. Somebody said stop speaking on other people's kids. Stop feeling that self-consciousness on the inside about your children. If you weren't feeling self-conscious, then you wouldn't be so triggered. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? Why is Erica Mena in the space with people who she thinks are monkeys? Why is she there? People are going to bring things up. It's a toxic show. But when you start showing that you got these racial hang-ups, meanwhile benefiting from being amongst that race, it's problematic. Angeline sends $2 and said it's for the controversy. Perhaps it is. Anyway, thank you all so much. I appreciate you all for coming out. Thank you. And I will see you all in the next broadcast. And all of this over a man who left your baby in the ICU. What more is there to say about him and how he feels? This is what I'm saying. This is not self-love. When you are sought out by a person who doesn't love themselves and their lack of self-love is what makes you feel better, it's a circle of self-hate. It's a circle of self-abuse. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.